morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I was a little behind this morning. Sorry about that. And I see it flashed on my telephone that Joe had sent a little donation via PayPal. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. And hi to Nikki. I think she's gone already. Bobby, ET, and I see ET watched the video I put out just a minute ago. Thanks, ET. I haven't answered it yet though. And Joe, of course. Bobby, time to get going. Who did I miss? Maybe Gator Jake. Hey, Jake. Putting up all the links as always. David Benjamin, how are you? Glad you could make it. Alaska John. Um, who else is here? I saw Black Sheep. I don't know. Did I miss it? Did I pass it? I'll catch you guys if I missed any. There's Black Sheep. And I think that's it. Okay. So I'm caught up. Um, so a little behind. We got home. It was a long day yesterday. We tried to stop in trying to get all the passport stuff, mine and hers, ready to maybe do some traveling to Laos or Cambodia or out of Thailand. And since we were already over in Ubon, that's where her passport stuff that she needs to do, or visa or whatever it is. I think it's visa. Um, she needs to do it because she hadn't had it in like, I don't know, it was 10 years and it's been expired for 2 years or something. So we stopped by there on the way back, and we've got to go back, but because she didn't have it with her. But they said she's got to do paperwork, typical Thailand stuff. Just do the paperwork. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I don't know if you guys get a chance, you'll watch it. Most of this stuff on that I put up is basically for the family too, but I know that you guys enjoy it also. I know I do. I like anything that I learn something. But what I learned in that one is that if you watch it right in the beginning, I think, or towards the beginning, I thought they were both in the little small one, and as it turned out, Grandma was actually in the wall in the post. They have hollowed out spaces in each one of the wide posts. I think there's two of them, and she was in the wall. Grandpa was in the little small one. So then now they're finally both back together, which I thought was kind of cool. The whole family was there. All the people that you saw there was all family of some kind. And I guess they own a lot more land than I thought they did. It goes down quite a ways, and there's some houses and stuff and some other stuff. So we looked at a little bit of that, but it was raining, so I didn't put the drone up, and didn't really walk the property. Although the property is twice as big as I thought it was. Where it ended, where the pond was, and then there was a little strip on the side of it. That was only half the land. Over on the other side is another probably, I don't know, 50 meters by 50. I don't know. I think it's 16. Somebody can probably tell me. 16 square, 1,600 square meters to the rye, I think. But anyway, it's huge. So there's plenty of room because I was trying to figure how are we going to put everybody in one. Now it's going to go back to the original plan. Of course, this all depends on how the money situation goes into the year, whether I get back to the U.S. or not. But it I have plenty of room to build a little 2 or 3 bedroom Thai style, except for air conditioning, of course, and a 1 bedroom for him. I think he'd feel more comfortable in his own little 1 bedroom place. Hey, pie guy, how are you? Interesting ceremony. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I was. There's only. I found out too. Um, there's only one monk, and the monk in the end that you see, kind of blessing the deal and then blessing the family. That's the actual only monk that's in that. That's in that temple. The other five came from surrounding temples, and then my wife made. What did they make? Masiman, and I think what else did you make them in the morning? Masiman, and I think they had some other food too, but they got to eat, and then they gave them all sorts of stuff. I didn't ask what it cost, but I believe they got envelopes. If I had to guess, I'd say I'll find out. That way, I'm not guessing. Um, What am I missing here? What did I miss? All good, just sore throat. Oh, you've been sick. Isolation for seven. Oh, you have the virus. Don't know what I'm going to do for 7 days. I don't know. I got there was they weren't. I'm trying to think of what I'm flashing in my mind is were they really concerned about that there? They did have masks on, but some of them took them off. And when we were at the aunt's house and everybody was around actually eating, we ate masiman before we left, and or I did, and they took them all off. No one was wearing a mask. And then they had some cousin came that's married. Her husband, they run a boat out of Siko Chung, and she came back, and somebody drove her. So there was another two or three family members there. Everybody was excited. They don't, like I said, man. It's so cool to be able to do anything in Thailand for anything. The people are, like I said. I think that the I think it was 10,000 baht, so $300 for that. And I told my wife maybe next year we'll do the first one that when you come in the driveway, the first one it looks exactly the same as the one they took down. That's her aunt, and I actually met her uncle. She died of cancer, I guess, a while back, and we gave him a ride up the street to where he stays. So maybe we'll do hers. Why not? Um, I don't know. Like I said, man, it's just doing stuff for people. It's awesome. If I couldn't, if it wasn't for the stuff that trickles in here and the stuff that we have to be able to do, and believe me, the $2 and the $3 and whatever it is, the 99-cent memberships, it's still $12 a month. It's something. And like I said, it's if you haven't been here and you haven't experienced Thailand too much, it's amazing what little amount of money can put such big smiles on Thai people, especially when they don't have anything. They don't have nothing. Is Chris here? I missed Chris too. Did I miss you, Chris? Sorry. And now that I see that you might be here, what's the sound like? Oh. It's got to be the same. I hear it the same. It's a little weird. That one that I told you that I watched, my wife watched on the big screen when we were laying in bed one night. I could hear Mitch crystal clear, and I could barely hear me. So maybe it was just an isolated instant. But question. See, Black Sheep knows how to do it. I know I'm harping on a driver's license. The driver's license. My wife said she's gonna make an appointment for me because I told her I wanted to get it, and she's already made. Only Thai people can use the app that they have for it. So she's gonna make me a deal where I'm just gonna go in. She said I can go in by myself. She's gonna get me the whatever paperwork I need, and then I guess I can just walk right in because I have my California driver's license. It is up to date, and it has my motorcycle endorsement. And from what I understand, if you have your license with your motorcycle endorsement on it, it's a real easy deal. I've got to talk to my doctor about the knees, and the passport I'm hoping is going to go out. She's off tomorrow. I'm hoping that it's going to go out Thursday. But thank you. You're not harping on anything. I appreciate it. Trust me, I need it. No. Now we have a baby moderator. Who is that? What did I miss? Oh, there's Chris. Sounds groovy. He's in the BKK frame of mind. In case you guys don't know, Chris and another friend, Mike's from Live My Ass Off. They've got some internet radio stuff, so I'm sure somebody will put it up. By all means, help them out and listen to it. There it is right there. Chris Jake had already is way ahead of me. So what is it? BKKFM is rock and roll, and Kiss is what? Dance? I don't know. Enlighten me on what Kiss is, Chris, if you want to. By all means, jump in and plug away. Let's see. let's see. I haven't seen. Who was it? What? Oh, there's Chris there. Okay, cool. But anyway, that's pretty much the gist. It was a nice ride there. The electric hot rod ran absolutely flawless. But I'll look right now. Let me look at something real quick on my phone. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit here in Surin. All the way home yesterday it was 21 Celsius. I don't know what that is. Somebody can maybe figure it out. I got my phone is on Fahrenheit, but we just, in fact, I had the window down and shut off the air conditioner, and my wife said we were saving a bunch of money on fuel, which we probably were, but the we had the youngest with us, and she was getting cold, and my father-in-law was getting cold with just the window rolled down. So ended up rolling up the windows and just turning on the fan with the outside air open or whatever it is, and it seemed to work fine. So it's been cool here all of a sudden, because I think April and May are supposed to be like the hottest months here. I'm almost positive. Everybody's just saying hello to each other. Okay, so um, and they got the oldest daughter and the cousin that went to Kochang with us are going back. They're going early. She's going earlier because they've got some Thai dance exhibitions or something going on. She doesn't have to go back, I think, until the 17th, but she's going back today. In fact, she's going to leave this morning on the bus. My wife will take her this morning when she leaves to go to work. So I might duck out of here for a second when she comes through to say goodbye. But they don't usually leave until, my wife's not even in the shower yet, so it'll probably be 8:30 or so. So I'll jump out and say, so they're going back, and then the youngest will go on, I guess, the 16th or something, 15th. I think my wife has 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th off or something like that. So we're thinking about planning a trip to Bangkok area and drop her off and maybe go spend a couple of days somewhere. I don't know. I'm not much on doing any kind of travel stuff. All the travel stuff is for me because I enjoy it. You guys, I mean, it isn't really something do you guys care to even, I mean, I'm sure you care to see them, see what I'm doing, but I mean, with people like Chuck and James and Joe and now Mitch out there, I mean, there's a whole bunch of content on traveling around Thailand. This one's mainly for everybody, for everything. I think it's more, I don't even know what to call it. I think it's more of a, I don't know, friends, I don't know, rapping, learning about Thailand, finding out stuff that you don't know about Thailand. And like I said, sometimes I don't know, but there might be somebody on here that does, or because I'm retired and I can pretty much do anything I want anytime I want, I try to find out as much as I can to help people and to have fun. I don't know. I'm having a good time. Okay, Black Sheep's got it down. Question again. Is your trip to the States convert? No, it is not. Not yet. If yes, interesting plunge pool yeah, to the cousin. Yeah, no. If I do go, it's probably going to be around then. Still, I'm thinking July or August. If I do end up going then and the plunge pool's going, I'll make sure that it's at least to the stage where maybe he's putting the tile on. Um, there's not much to. He's good at that, so I would feel comfortable leaving him. If it wasn't completed or the walls weren't completely up or wasn't smooth coated or, there was a lot of stuff that needed to be done, no, I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving leaving him without someone in charge. So we'll have to see, but I'm still hoping for somewhere around there, July or August. And the what were they? $850, $900 is still what I'm seeing price wise. Hey Bobby, I don't know if I said hello to you. But yeah, so hopefully uh, my mind's going back and forth. I'm going back and forth on whether I want to start it or not, and that'd be the backyard. I still want to try to just relax. I mean, it's been over a year and what? January, February, March, 2, 3, 4 months of nothing but just doing this house. And is it worth it? Yeah, love the house. I mean, even though it took longer, we got exactly what we wanted. He did a great job. I'm not worried about it falling down, cracking, settling, nothing. The house is gonna be here probably well after the kids are gone. So I'm very happy with it. But it's been a long time, and I just want to do nothing. We're still planning on. I haven't talked to Mitch. He just got back. I just got back. So we'll get together, and we're gonna head somewhere for 3 or 4 or 5 days, something like that. Where, I don't have a clue. When, I don't have a clue. I'm guessing it's going to be within the next couple of weeks. But we'll see, and I'll keep everybody abreast on what's happening. But like I said, to get back to the other thing, there's plenty of channels on Turnaround Thailand. That wasn't what I was planning on doing when I started this anyway. First off, I didn't think I'd get more than 100 subs, so that was that was kind of eye opening. And then to be such great and nice people, that was another plus. And now it's just about me and my daily life and what goes on here, and to tell you the truth, it's what goes on in everybody that's in here right now's life also. I mean, everybody's always welcome to come onto the screen and talk about what they want, and like I said, anybody can come on just as long as it's clean and respectful. I got no problem with that. But that's what it's all about, I think. That's why I don't really think the channel will maybe will grow any more than it probably already has. I don't think there isn't much. I mean, unless you just like to rap. I mean, if you like to have a good time and meet people, and then hopefully we'll do these meetups, 3, 4, and 5 times a year, and get 20, 30, 40 people even together. And I think we could do that now with the people we had if they were all here. But that'll probably make enough, and then I don't know. It's like It's like sitting around rapping with friends on every other day, or at least that's the way I feel. And if people didn't like it, it's the greatest thing in the world because it's YouTube, and you don't have to watch. They could say it's like watching paint dry. They can say whatever they want. Um, Good. Don't watch it. There's a little button you can click and go to someplace else. Um, yeah, I think so too, Chris. It's like it's just like relaxing, talking. Some people have, like, I know Jam's not here right now, but they're going to be here in July, and a lot of people have questions. I know that some of hers or most of theirs or anybody's questions get answered, and then you just have to remember, don't take anything that anybody says as gospel, including me. Always check and make sure what's going on. So goal is what? 500,000? I don't think that'll ever happen. But like I said, as long as it stays fun and everybody's having a good time, and it's good to I'll tell you what, I was actually had a dream last night about it. Andy Stubbs that came. I was really kind of disappointed that I didn't, not him, that I didn't go out of my way to go to Pattaya or something and meet up with him. I would have. I'm regretting not seeing him, so I'm going to make sure when he comes back. I think he's going to Cambodia to either go there and see him there, or definitely I'm going to catch up with him somewhere here. Seems like most of the things all the stuff in the meetups and everything that we're going to have are probably going to be in the Pattaya, Jantiem area, and they're probably going to be at the Wombat because that's where Tom and Mitch, and they know the owners. They put me up on the big screen. I mean, they're good people. I can't wait to meet them. I imagine it's going to be there. might as well. I mean, why not give whatever food money, drink money, and whatever when we do start doing them uh, to them. From what Mitch has told me and Tom has told me, they're just outstanding people. So I'm looking forward to meeting them. But Off the Hook, how you doing? Glad you can make it by. If you guys are into fishing, or even if you're not and you just want to see a good channel on fishing, go over and watch Off the Hook. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know, but that's my definition of what the channel is. A big family of people that enjoy talking to one another and helping one another. That's the biggest thing with me. If I can help one person, it makes my day, And then, like I say, with the giving to people it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, when we do it, like I said that one time when we came out of the barbecue place and that old lady's picking grass. I mean, just to throw 100 baht, 200, 300, it makes a big difference. This is just anticipation of when you do come. The Thai people need it, and if you decide, especially if you're coming here and going to retire, you'll get great joy out of doing that. It'll make your retirement top notch. It does mine. Just puts that little bit of icing on the cake, being able to do that, and they need it, especially with all the stuff that's going on. Sure, there's probably a bunch of people in the United States and across the world that need it also, but this is where I live now, so this is what I'll do. There you go. Jake put it up there. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Get up there. I think he was working on. I think I heard you say something about. I think you've got over 1,000 subs. You need hours or something, right? Is that true? I think that's what I heard you say on one of your live streams. You were doing it with a buddy, and either one of you could have been the one hosting it. He let you host it so that you could bump up some hours. The live streams are the way to do it. I had my live stream hours were doubled before I even got to 1,000, or my hours were doubled before I even got to 1,000 subs. And it's usually the other way around, as you're noticing. I believe that's what you said. I could be wrong. If I am, by all means, correct me. Everybody's just saying hello. Okay, cool. So, let's see, covered the future trip, although I thought Mitch would, but I think he's on his way to the Wombat, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were talking about that. So, it's not if you guys can, even if you're not into fishing, float over there when you see him. If you subscribe, float on over there and watch for, even if you're not into fishing, just leave it on and work on your computer and give him an hour or two here and there, and he'll burn his 560 in no time. He deserves it. He works hard for it. It's a good show. If you're like even if you're not big into fishing, you can learn something from watching it. You're already there at the Wombat. Okay, cool. We're at the Wombat today. You there now, or you're just getting there, or going to be there, Tom? Let's see. Tom will answer. But every time he goes there and shows me the food, I get hungry. Although I did have a pretty good breakfast this morning. I had to make it myself, but it was good. Yeah, exactly. Me too, Gator. I wasn't really going to say that, but even if you leave it on and go about your day, I've done that before for people. Doesn't hurt you at all, or it doesn't hurt me. And it helps other people. And it's really, like I said, it wasn't so much about monetization, and I didn't even know everything about that at that time. It was more hitting that milestone of 1,000 and getting monetized. Both together was the milestone that was big for me. 1,300 free zone. Let's see. Who's going? You know, and I guess Mark will probably go when he gets back. When we did talk to him, I think he said he was coming Christmas, I think, or maybe before Christmas, August or something. But anyway, I'm hoping to get down there because when he's here, I know that he's going to be wanting to spend time with his family, of course. But I'd like to be in the area in case if he pops out and goes down and gets something to eat at the Wombat. Um, then I can go over and say hi. Mark is a good man. One of the first people I met here when I went over. Tom, Mitch, and Mark. And I'm looking forward to meet everybody that's here now. Eventually, when they do get here. Get hungry. Check. Yeah, I know. Nikki makes some awesome looking stuff. She's probably not listening, but I still have that stuff saved, and the kitchen, it's pretty much done. But I'm having a hard time keeping them out of there. So I gotta do, and I haven't went out and done all the shopping and everything, and I've gotten most of my spices. I ordered those from Lasada. Now I have to get a spice rack and put all the stuff together. I have my egg pan, and I just need a couple other pans. I've got the big ones with the big thick bottomed, five of them, the big different size from here down to there. I don't know what the pot, I guess it would be called. All I need is a couple of saute pans, and I'll be done. Um, and then I'll get in there. But what I was saying was, Nikki does have some good looking food that I'd like to try. I did end up getting I told you guys, I think I got the what is it? The slow cookers. I ordered it was cheap, 15 bucks, and it's like a ceramic deal out of China. Worked great. And what I used it for was, it's hard when you're cooking chili, spaghetti sauce, and stuff like that. Of me especially, not splattering it all over the frickin' kitchen walls. So it was very easy to make in the slow cooker. It was perfect, actually. They both came out perfect. And then I'm gonna try to stay away from that though. But some of the foods and the chicken that I've made in the past, and I did buy a vacuum packer, vacuum sealed bag thing, so that I can portion stuff up and throw it in the freezer. I got to get on a kick of eating better and getting back to the gym 5 days a week, which I got to do too. I'll have to tell Black Sheep to get on my ass about that one too. Yeah, they're insanely cheap. I was really surprised. And then what else they had? What I had, my sister-in-law had gotten me before. There's a name. It's a fancy name, but it's a pressure cooker. But there's a fancy name for it that the name came out, and everybody and their mother bought one. And my sister-in-law bought one for me and my wife. I don't know, 5, 6 years ago or something. I forget. Somebody will know the name of it. It's a very well-known name. But just a pressure cooker's very cool to have. And that one that we had was awesome, especially if you want to cook something quick. And for me, it'll be a lot of chicken and fish and stuff that I cook in, 3 minutes in there. So I want to get one of those, and they're cheap too. It was a little bit more. They were about 30 bucks, about a thousand baht. Chris says, "I'm not a fishing bird, but Off the Hook is now streaming all videos." Cool. But yeah. So I think there's a couple of things that I want. One is a hand mixer. I've got a stand mixer, a hand mixer, and the pressure cooker. There was one more thing that I wanted. Um, I don't have enough counter space for this, but I do have enough cabinet, so I can just pull them out because I have the air fryer and I've got a bunch of stuff. Oh, and I don't have but I'd like to stay away from the oil. I was going to say one of those deep fryers, those little deep fryers, but whatever you do in there, you can do in the air fryer, and it won't soak you full of oil. Um, Here's what Tom's saying: meet up in John D. and Wombat today and Friday and Sportsman on Sunday. I don't think I've. I think you did a couple of videos on the from that Sportsman or whatever, but I haven't seen it. I'll have to check that out. I'm sure when I come, and I think for some reason, I think I'm going to be coming that way, Tom. I think I'm going to come to Rayong. In case you guys don't know, Tom lives in Rayong. And then go over and get Mitch and go somewhere or spend a couple of days. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I got to talk to Mitch and see what he wants to do. He did want to come to Surin, but did you notice? As soon as the word Surin was mentioned, he got sick. He said he thinks it was something he ate. I think it was the word Surin possibly coming to Surin. And I'm just kidding with him. I like to bust him. And I feel bad. I know he feels bad. He didn't make it to the wedding. And it would have been a bunch of fun. Everybody did have a good time. And I did see what was I watching? What video or YouTuber was I watching that Tip was there? So I said hello to her, and she had said hello back, and we both wished each other well. I don't know why she doesn't come on that much, but she must have reason. None of my business. She'll come when she wants to. But it was good to see that she was doing okay. Oh, Brock's here. Hey, Brock. Let's see. Jake put up Toby Little Girl, and I did in the latest video. I did put Toby in there for about I don't know 20 seconds. But cute little dog, that dog. Well, I'll tell you, got my heart. So I think there it is. Somebody got it. Who was that? Jake Instapot. Yeah, it's a freaking pressure cooker. They've been around forever. And somebody put a name on it, a bunch of fancy instructions and buttons to push, and made $1 billion. God bless them. Yeah, and Jake said it again. I missed it the first time. I just saw it towards the end, Jake. When are you coming to the States? I think, Joe, I think it's going to be July or August. I hope. I really need to get back. It's been in September or October. September or October, it'll be 3 years that it's been. So, yeah, I need to get back. Like I said, I still have one. My youngest granddaughter, I still haven't seen except on FaceTime. So I have 4 grandkids. I want to go up and spend time there. I've got a couple of buddies one buddy up in Northern California that I want to go see. And I think I'll go over to Phoenix, and I've got a couple of buddies over in Arizona I want to see, and then family in the San Fernando Valley, of course, and in Temecula, or that area, Temecula. But I'm hoping August would be the absolute latest. And I would have, if it would have been me, I would have rather have come in the wintertime because, I can get all the heat I want just stepping out this door right here any time of the year. But to get into some nice cold weather where you got a wood stove burning and the snowing outside, I'm not going to find too much of that in Thailand. But once I go, I talked to my wife about it, and she said there's going to be too much stuff that I need to get done. So I'm going to go probably 3 weeks by myself, and then 4 months later we'll go, and then that's when she'll go. And the kids want to go too, so it's possible that all of us might go that second time. We'll see. Be interesting. That would be interesting to document as far as content, because she's never seen snow. The kids have never seen any. It would probably be pretty cool. I just answered it for you, Daniel. Daniel answered the question at the same time. The second time. So if I go in August, it'll be September, October, November. So it would be probably maybe right before Christmas or after the New Year. And then that's when they would go. And it might be after the New Year because she'll get another complete block of days off because I want to go for 3 weeks. So it's going to be a long time for her to take off, but I think she's pretty much has talked to them about it enough that they know it's coming. You leaving? Where's Sim go to?
Dad will go to take her to bus station.
Oh, okay, so I'll see her before
Uh-huh.
she leaves.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You still taking the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what it's looking like anyway. And then I got to find out that we talked about it before that it shouldn't be a problem for her to get a visa because she works for the government and has two homes and two cars and three scooters and two children. She's not gonna not come back. So from what everybody's told me, it should be a slam dunk getting her visa and the kids, I would imagine too. So I got to start checking into it. It's another thing that I procrastinated about. But who's saying Brock saying hi to everybody, or morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. But we'll see. And then, like I said, on the house, we'll just. Oh, and God, I wish I would have had a big. I'm gonna buy a big one of those big long wheeled tape measures, the cloth ones. I don't know. I'm imagining they have them here. They have them in the United States. So when we do go there next, I can measure it. But that piece of property um, that I found out that we had, or that they give, I don't know what it is now. Looking at it, it looks like 3 rye to me. But I'd like to measure it. But it's plenty of room for what we want to do. All the room in the world for whatever kind of. There's enough room to put in another large pond, and I might do that too. I'm thinking about it right now that I just said that because um, there that would be free dirt. They could just dig out and start raising the land. So might do that too. I don't know. It's definitely a possibility. And since I'm going to punch a hole if I get a good well, and he said the water there is suburb good. Uh, uh, I should have enough solar powered to keep those full. And he said, like he said, the other one at 3.5 meters deep always stays doesn't ever get any less than halfway. That's probably where the water table is, 2 meters down. Could be anyway. Uh, I know the water's not far down, so we'll see on the list already. Thanks, Black Sheep. Appreciate it. But so maybe that might be something. But it would be nice to know the exact dimensions. It is on, they do have lot drawings, almost like we have in the U.S. So maybe I'll ask, see if her mom has the one, and then they can actually show exactly what it is, and at least I'll know the dimensions. And I did kind of want to get the drone up, but it was drizzling, and I'm going, man. Even though it's just the mini one, they're maybe 5,000 baht now. The first mini DJI. I didn't want to ruin it. So I just kept that. We might go again. Yeah, that's true too. I didn't think about that. Yeah, big giant. But I won't be there that much. Raymond, how you doing? I think there's an app for your phone that you can measure. Oh, really? You're probably right. There's an app for everything, right? But it would be nice to know if, in fact, it's what she showed me yesterday. It's big, and like I said, it looks more than 2 rye to me. But they basically said you can have whatever you want. I mean, it's not like I told you guys a story. Her sister, my mother-in-law's sister, took care of grandma, and so my mother-in-law said, "You deserve it all." And she said, "Well, I just want to keep 1 rye for my daughter, but I think the sister said just take whatever you want, And it's what families are. It's a different deal when you look at least what I see in the United States, family-wise, and family here. They all look out for one another. That I would hope that my family would be a little bit like that, and some of them are, believe it or not. Mostly from the East Coast, but my West Coast. When I was down and out, and no one knew anything about me, and my wife or my girlfriend at the time, and I had the tube down my throat. A lot of my family stood up and helped me. So it does happen. But here, it's like they don't, they'd like to have the land to grow more rice on and make more money. But I'm hoping that if they do give it to me and if I do put in another pond and we get two extremely good working tilapia ponds, that they could make more money than they would, growing rice on it. Is what I'm hoping for. And like I said, I'm going to do everything that I can for them. It's all going to be free to them, and then they can do what they want to with it. Eventually, when they do start making something at it, then they can buy the feed and for the fish and that kind of stuff. And if we're not running the whole thing off of solar, then they'll have, they can pitch in and pay for electricity, because I'm going to aerate it. I'm going to do everything right. It's not going to just be a hole in the ground mud pond, and then you're going to have a bunch of dead fish. I don't want to do that either. Hey Dowlow, how are you? You're saying hello to everybody. It was fun. I've done a drawing for you on the plot, but I only made it one rye rectangular block. It's 2 rye supposedly. And I want to say, if I had to guess, that pond it's all the way over to one side. If you're standing in front of the property on the left side, anyway, standing in front of the property, the left side, it's probably, my property's 15. It's got to be close to 20, maybe 25 wide and a good 40 or 50 deep. So I think it's darn near a rye of land. And then there's another over rye. I want to say another 15 and then another 50. So it's got to be more than 2 rye. But anyway, the pond itself is that big. And it's like I said, I think he said it was 3 meter deep, 3.5. But they do have, Bobby says they have one for Android. I have an iPhone, that figures. But I was thinking, if they had something like that, I mean, I always look at worst case scenario. Everything could go completely to shit, and if you've got rice fields and you got a complete, I'm talking for the whole family, enough protein and fish, you could live, You have to sell a little bit of it off to keep the electricity on and the lights on and that type of stuff. But that's what like I said, that's what I'm looking for. That's why with my wife and this last retirement deal that I had, that I spent 6 or 7 years with, we'll give her pretty much 2 times what she's making. I think we haven't got all the numbers yet. 2 times what she's making now with the government until she dies. So it's a no-brainer. Let's see. Oh, Gary's here. I didn't see Gary. Hey, Gary. Saying hello to everybody. Let's see. Uncle Craig. Is Uncle Craig here? I didn't see Uncle Craig. Oh, you are here. There he is. Morning Grind from KPP Hospital. Ah, the metal and stitches now. That was quick. That was real quick. We should, every time that you're thinking, here's my latest plan is, and I'll be the first one to do it, is every time you're thinking about picking up a saw or climbing onto a rickety ladder onto a roof or a light pole, you need to do a live stream before. I will come on and donate money, have a PayPal, and we will get enough money to get the neighbor people over there to do it for you, and I'll show you what it's all about being retired. I wish I could. I know what he's probably thinking is, he wants to keep going and going, and I do to a certain extent too, but I don't know. I'd rather pay my cousin, his 500 baht a day, $15, and let him operate all the power tools, and because I would do what you did. not a doubt in my mind I would hurt myself if I picked up any kind of power tools now. I wasn't that great with them when I was younger, and I'm definitely not good with them now. That's for sure. But I hope everything goes out good in the hospital. Get all that stuff out of there. It's got to be a pain in the butt every time you hit it. It's got to hurt like hell, right? Best to get the extra land. Go to the land office and choose to give you more land. Yeah, what they did, what I guess they did, is they gave her. She asked for one ride. They gave her a 6 ride block, and they said just take whatever you want. So she's already got 6 rides in my mother-in-law's name, and then when they do decide what it is, I guess it'll go into my wife's name, and is I guess how it's working. I don't know that for sure, but I will keep everybody up to date on what does happen. What did Greg say? Uh-huh. Come on, Dave. Yeah, I know. That's the truth, though, man. And that's what it's all about, right? Getting out there and doing it all. I mean, because I've got the urge to do it all the time, and then the fat body that keeps me from doing it, luckily. But I would definitely, my knees are completely shot. Need to have been replaced 15 years ago. They wanted to replace both of them. So they need to be replaced. I'm going to have to do it, and I've got to get it done. But climbing up stuff is completely out of the question. But a power tool, I would probably grab it if I didn't have the cousin there to do it for me. And then my wife would kill me if I cut something off. But I could see it, Ben. You're rearing and gnawing at the bit too, and you've done a lot of stuff. I wrote down all your stuff. I watched the video on the carport, and that's one of the first things, beside raising the land in Ubon, that I believe we're going to do. That way, when we do go there, I can have a driveway put in, and then that concrete for at least 2 cars like you have there. I think you said it was 6 meter by 6 meter. Or something like that. I remember you told me. I wrote it down, and all the costs on everything, so I could kind of check with the uncle. I did check on the power, and I guess what my uncle said, because he owns all that land, his house is down at the end, so they'll just put up poles all the way down to the property and string the wire and turn it on. I don't know. I'll find out, and I'll let everybody know. But that's what he told me, because he said, I said, how far? It's down there quite a ways. I go by football fields, maybe 3 football fields down the road. And he said, like 4,000 baht, 5,000 baht. And I said, that's labor and everything? Yeah, labor and everything. I'm going, wow. So they might be putting freaking eucalyptus tree, sticks in the ground. I don't know how they're getting it down there. But for temporary, or even for now, I don't care. I'll probably stay there for 30 years, but that's going to be the first thing is a carport. That way, the aunt's place is nice and everything, but like today yesterday, pulled the car into a big mud pile, got out, traipsed mud into the car, out of the car, and it'd be nice if we had a little concrete area to park the vehicle on, stay there. Maybe I'll put a little barbecue or something there that. If we did, we could have the family come down and cook up something there, something like that. At least stay out of the mud. The mud is, I don't like mud. Let's see. Second knockdown is not always cheaper, but faster. Mine was, yeah. And what was the cost on that one? How many bedroom is it? 1 or 2 bedroom? Because I was thinking about the knockdown for my brother-in-law or cousin-in-law. My wife doesn't really like them because she's saying that they're going to get eaten by termites, but I'll be completely dead and gone when the termites attack, right? I'm guessing. But I'm just wondering how much. The uncle does build. I would like to give him the money, but I'd like to at least have budgets together because, I'd rather go to him and say, I can either bring in this knockdown, it's going to cost me 350,000 baht. What can you build me for 350,000? And if he says, I can build you this 1-bedroom concrete, blah, 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 then I'd give him the money. I mean, I'm not going to throw my money away, but if I've got to throw it in someone's direction, I'm always going to throw it in the directions of my family. Just common sense, right? I replaced the radiator hose on my car 5 days ago, and I'm still aching. And I don't know, are you in Thailand? Because I refuse to do anything in Thailand. Like a radiator hose, uh, I don't know. Like I said, I had the oil changed in my Forza, synthetic and whatever it was, and at Honda and all that. 230, $10. It was like, I'm not going to do anything because it's not worth it to me. No cameras in the hospital. Why is somebody asking you to film something? Or to come on? Somebody's probably asking you to come on. Yeah, I did. I like the bug video too. If you guys haven't subscribed to Uncle Craig's channel, by all means, you'll enjoy the content. I know I do. It's more about his life and what he's going through and all that. But when you meet interesting people, like that's what got me with Chuck and Paige and Joe and Gift and James and Fa. I mean, I'm interested in them. They're good people, and I believe Craig is one of the good ones. And you should subscribe if you would, please. You won't be disappointed. Put it that way. If you're watching me, you're going to enjoy watching Craig. Let's see. Spy cam. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 92 square, $1 million baht. Okay. And are you worried about? Did you have any kind of? Because on my concrete house, underneath I have a misting system that they come every 4 months and it kills termites, bugs, everything. It was I forget what I paid for it. They put it all in when they had just done the foundation, and I think they covered whatever I paid. It covered 2 or 3 years every 4 months. But I don't know. Did you put any kind of termite protection on it or anything? Or are you worried about termites? I guess is what I'm asking. Bottom line. Let's see what Howlow says. I often do DIY jobs to save money, and they usually cost twice as much. Yeah, exactly, right? I used to enjoy working on Harleys when I was a kid and building them and, doing pretty much everything that I could do back then. Mechanically was no problem. A lot of the bondoing and stuff like that in frames, and I definitely was not a painter. That stuff would have to go out. But I enjoyed it. But here it's like the couple of times I've went out and it's 95 degrees, the humidity's 90%, and you're just sitting there sweating from head to toe, trying to put on the side cases or something on my Forza or something like that, and I paid them $15, and 2 of them worked on the damn thing all day. And I felt bad about that. I had to give them a couple of hundred extra baht. It's just not worth it. I look at it now and it's just not worth it. Now to keep yourself busy and you're doing it as exercise and to feel like, boy, I'm alive, look at me go, then that's great. But still, when it come down to something that could tear me up, I don't know. I look at it, like I said, before I was in the hospital with that tube down my throat for 2 months and in the hospital for 3, I thought I was indestructible. So it was like, look at me, hear me roar, right? Now it's like I'm 65 years old and I'm not frail by any means, but why push the envelope? I don't like pain, for one thing. I mean, I'm not big on. I hate when they have to inject stuff into open wounds and then stitch them shut. It's not my favorite deal. But I like to be involved on a supervisor role instead of a out there actually doing something role. Let's see. Did Uncle Craig answer the termite thing? I didn't. 20 meters. I don't know if he did or not. He's probably busy. He's saying thank you, bro, to somebody. I miss. Brock said something. I don't know. I imagine they're probably somebody's nervous. How much was my hospital bill, or how much was Craig's? No termites yet. 2 months in. Mine was 1 million baht. That's why I tell everybody, make sure you get insurance when you when you come to Thailand. I don't know what it was cheap though, wasn't it, Craig? I think Craig had said in one of the videos, excuse me, how much it was, and it was ridiculously cheap. And that's not the problem. If you don't get into something terminal here, or like I did, to where could you imagine what it would cost to be in intensive care in the United States for 2 months? In the millions. And it was 30,000 for that, and then a month in a private room. Um, let's see. Can't. Yeah, exactly. I've gotten beyond that, Raymond. I can admit it now, and it isn't even so much that I do it, yeah, but I just don't want to. I have faced the fact that I could seriously injure myself trying this. Wrenching on if I could get an old Harley here, or even an old British bike, and I'm looking right now for a project of some kind. I go to the marketplace and put in project car and project motorcycle and project bike, and if I find something that kind of interests me, then I would do something like that. But as far as getting anything else done, it's just not worth it to me here anyway, especially out in the heat here. Let's see, Joe's got a question. Hold on, I'll let Brock and Jake are here. How about the tiny house for the farm? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, a knockdown. And I'm imagining, and maybe Uncle Craig can let me know what it would be for a 1 bedroom. I'm imagining maybe in the 600,000. Maybe you can enlighten me. You probably looked at it both ways, Craig. What would it be for a 1 bedroom? Yes, 284 US, I think. Yeah, for all that, and that would have been in the thousands, I'm sure. And I'm saying 5,000, 8,000 in the US. Even if you had insurance, that's probably less than the deductible that you would have on pretty much most insurance policies in the U.S. All right, there's Jake, and Brock. How you doing? I don't know why I'm saying James.
Morning,
Hey
all.
guys, what's up?
What's going on?
Let's see down low. What is he saying? What about a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle? I haven't gotten that bored yet, but I am getting bored. I will say that I am looking for a project, and the reason that I am is because I'm bored. I want to do something. I don't want to do something that's going to cut my fingers off, but I do want to do something that can keep my mind going and give me some kind of gratification at the end of the project. Whether that be probably, if I had to guess, it's probably going to be an older British motorcycle, BSA, some kind of an old UK bike of some sort. I'd like to get a Norton, but they're probably going to be. I had a Norton when I was a kid. Hey Douglas, how you doing? And what is Dowlow saying? Jake saying something to Jake.
Yeah, we
have 2 types of crocodiles, the freshwater and saltwater. Yeah, the saltwaters, I've seen those swimming around in the.
we've got we've got some Florida saltwaters here. They don't get anywhere near the ones in Australia, but they do get bigger and more aggressive than the ones than the alligators here. Most alligators are generally passive, except in mating season. But the problem that happens now is we have so many people moving down from up north. They like to walk Mr. Fluffy along the waterline.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that Mr. Fluffy is gator bait. And I mean, it happens. It happened right up the street from me last year. Somebody from New York decided to move down and walk Mr. Fluffy along the waterline, and Mr. Fluffy survived because the woman got between Mr. Fluffy and the alligator. But guess who went to the hospital? It wasn't Mr. Fluffy.
Who was the guy that it was? I think it was on a TikTok or something like that, where the guy actually went in the water and got his dog back from a gator that had taken it down in.
That was a little bit south
or
of
Facebook.
here. No, it was all
Yeah,
over the internet. It was
yeah, it was.
He was an
That
older
was
guy. He
interesting.
went in there and he beat the hell out of it
Yeah, my kind
and
of
it
guy.
let go. I mean, those stories are plentiful, both positive and negative, where it happens. And
I'll tell
but
you
I
what, they
mean,
had some pretty good. They had some pretty good sized salt. I think they were salt. You know, they were saltwater crocs in Costa Rica. They
what do
had
you call
some
them, Brock?
real big ones.
Salties, don't you?
Salties, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
they take care of great whites up north. People don't get deep up around Darwin, don't get taken by the great white shark because the salties got them.
Jeez.
I just
Wow.
watched a. I just watched a movie. This is how bored I am. No, this isn't even really how bored I am on Netflix, and I'm saying this because of Brock. It was a surfing movie, Australian made, and it was called Breath, either Breathe or Breath. It was about a guy and two kids, and he was a big surfer, something or other that was just in the Australia. He was big in the '60s and '70s, and these kids were. It was a growing up story type thing. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think it was Breathe, Breathe, Breath, Breath. Yes, an Australian movie. Brock will probably look it up,
So I
but it
got
was
to
pretty
ask the
good.
question though from Brock. What's that background there? What am I looking at? It's pretty
Um,
sunset.
that's that's a place up in the eastern states called Cooper's Creek. It's got a little bit of water in it at the moment.
Or is it not normally like that?
No, no, that's pretty much flooded.
Wow.
Birds are bug. Now,
I
do you have air conditioners in there, Uncle Craig? I don't know if you do. I know you had the fans because you got the same oscillating. You know, I went out and looked at my outside oscillating fans. They are now $30 bird nests. They're completely full of twigs awaiting birds and eggs
You need to
shortly.
turn them on every couple of days.
Yeah, I haven't turned them on in the month because I don't go out there that often. I go out front. But he's saying that but I'm imagining to the ceilings. Yeah, my wife's dead set against the wood, so I'd have to, kind of. But I want to at least get a price, and I would imagine if yours was 1 million, I would imagine a one bedroom would be in the 600 or 700 range or something. I'm guessing, but I think he could build me one hell of a concrete pillared brick block laid Thai style, the ones that have the roof that comes up in the front and down to the back, and for a half a million baht, I'm guessing. A little one bedroom square deal. One bedroom, a little living room, a bathroom, a little kitchen, and that's it. And that's all he needs, one air conditioner in there. I'm hoping that he can do it less than that. But I guess it's all going to depend on what everything's going for. He says he can build them cheaper if I just send him money every month. As far as if you're not telling me I've got to have it done by August the 7th, built, he can get it a lot cheaper done when him and his friends aren't working on something else. They'll come over and do the concrete slab. When next month they'll come up and put up all the stuff and then the roof, and you get the drift. They can build it cheaper. So let's see, 2 sections and a bathroom kitchen terrace were added on the site.
Movie was called Breath.
Breath, is that what it was?
Yep.
Have you ever seen it or no?
No, not that I recall.
It's worth
Made,
watching. I liked
made
it.
in 2017.
In 17,
Douglas
it was good.
Douglas
I
says
liked
he's
it.
working on being a pirate and that he'd be willing to what was it? Have you help with his pond?
His pond. Is he going to a koi pond or a tilapia pond?
If you are bored, you can come help me turn our blue frog enclosure into a koi pond. Is what
Yeah, send
Douglas.
me pictures. Send me pictures of it, Douglas, of what you've got in the area. My email address is in the, I don't know what it's in on my page somewhere. I think it's in the
Yes.
about. And if not, it's Koi Doctor 1, KOIDR 1, the numeral 1, at gmail.com, and send me some pictures of it. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to. I'd even make a trip out there. I enjoy doing that stuff, and like I said, it wouldn't be. You
I'll
could
grab it.
build a lot of the filtration. You can build it, and it doesn't cost much money. That's one thing I enjoy doing. And there's a couple of power tools, associated with that: hole saws, 55-gallon drums, jigsaw would probably be the extent. But I could always have Craig come out and do that for me. Just busting your
Anything
stove.
involving high-speed rotary tools, Craig's your man.
Yeah, he's the one. Dallas says, I'll be 2 years since I've been to our house. Wow. It's going to be tough going watching the wife mowing the lawns. Probably 3 long-legged Legos at last. My one friend was my hero. He lived in Thousand Oaks, which is kind of an uppity neighborhood area where I grew up. Gorgeous wife, great lady, real nice, all of them. He had a son and a daughter. And I went over there one day when I finally had marked him on the top of my list as my hero. I went over there to pick him up to go golfing on a Sunday, and he was standing in the driveway with his golf bag, and in the background was this nice big house and his wife mowing the front lawn, and him saying goodbye, dear, and getting in the truck, and we took off and went golfing while she mowed the lawn. I said, you are now my hero. You will be my hero forever. He just laughed. You out of the hospital yet, Craig, or are you still waiting to get the stitches pulled out? What do they use? The metal stitches, do they use that actually to repair the bone?
Yeah,
Or
the
they
metal
put
rods go into the bones to hold them together so they can knit properly.
So
So
Dave,
it's
you
all
might be talking
wires.
about the staples, though, the metal staples.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He said from what I saw,
Hands wired together.
yeah, he had
Oh,
something. I think what he must have done is either he must
Cut
have
a
cracked
finger
the
off.
bones. Yeah, he must have cracked the bones somehow when he hit
It
it with
was a
the.
dangly bit.
Yeah.
You
yeah, I
have to
don't.
watch the video,
I
Jake.
couldn't even.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
not watching that. That's why I asked you, Brock, to give me a summary of that shit. I am not good with that.
Hang
I
on,
mean,
I'll demonstrate here.
You're digging bone.
I'll be more than. Hey, Douglas, that email was for that's Dave's email, Koi Doctor, right? Not
Yeah.
Craig.
Send me some pictures. I'd be interested in seeing what you got, and we can put something up. We'll bring Black Sheep into the mix
Jeez,
and let him
Dave, this could be
3D
your
draw
this could be
something.
your other career, man. You could be designing
I
koi
love doing
ponds
it. You
across
know,
freaking Southeast Asia.
yeah. They have a lot of people that doing them. I was surprised. Um, the thing that's weird here, and I'm going to experience this, is that maturing the concrete with the banana trees floating in there for 2 weeks and
Yep.
stagnated water and it must be for the pH. It must suck that lime and all that crud out of the concrete, whatever's in
I,
that
I have no
that
idea what you're talking
plantain.
about. People float banana trees in
Now
a
what they
koi
do is
pond.
they make it
Cut
they
down
make
one.
the koi pond and they smooth coat it, make it smooth, and then they fill it up with water, and then they take banana trees or plantains trees and they cut them into chunks like this and peel them off, and they just and the old dried leaves, the fronds and everything, they all go in there, and then as that cures the concrete and takes the stuff out of it, and then when they start seeing little bugs floating around and swimming in there, that's when they know it's safe for fish to be able to go because the bugs are surviving. Then you dump it out, basically wash it all down, fill it back up, and they put tilapia or
Is it
whatever else in it, and koi. They put
is it
koi
for
in
the
it also.
concrete or for the water?
That's
What's
for the
What
concrete,
happens is the rotting bananas release acids and whatever, and
right?
they react with the lime in the concrete and will neutralize it. So you wind up with like a calcium layer instead of lime. So it seals the pool, and when you see bugs, that means the water's neutral. There's
And
no
it's safe.
nasty chemicals in it that are going to kill anything that's living in there. So you clean it out and put your fish in.
Do, do you ever wonder how somebody figured that shit out?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got an idea. Let's throw some bananas in the freaking pool and see what that does.
Yeah, who was the
Yeah.
first guy that that opened up a sea urchin and said, this looks good. Why don't we eat this?" That
Yeah. Who was
orange
the
A
first
stuff.
guy
very
that?
So,
hungry, a very
so
hungry guy. That's who it
Yeah.
was.
And who was the guy that said, "I'm going to eat the first thing that comes out of that chicken"? Like, really?
yeah, exactly,
That lump
exactly.
comes out of a chicken bum, and you're going to eat it?
Well, I can almost understand that because you can watch a lot of other animals eat eggs.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
What's that,
interesting on
Brock?
some
What'd
of the
she
stuff.
say? Brock, what did
What's
She
she
that?
said,
say?
"Eat chicken bum, Aloy."
I've
Yeah,
had
my
chicken
wife's
bum.
favorite chicken. Yeah, that's
The
my
the
wife's
little
favorite.
that little piece on the back
Uh
end
huh.
of the bum.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
chicken
Pope's
A.
nose.
My wife, when we stopped, they didn't have that at the place on the way back from, no, on the way to Ubon, and she likes chicken livers. She eats the chicken
Yep.
livers. She loves the
Oh yeah, I
chicken
like
livers.
that.
Yeah,
That's good
I
stuff. Chicken
I
liver.
but
am
her
not a
favorite
liver
is
fan.
that rear end
That
morsel.
little piece of tail meat,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
yay
haven't tried
big,
that
right?
yet. I haven't
In
tried that
Australia, we call it the Pope's nose. I
The
don't
what?
know why. Pope,
yet.
Pope's nose.
Okay. The, oh my God.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, Bobby's wife probably sees stuff like that every day. You know, that was my first father-in-law. Was it my first wife? Yeah, first wife was a fireman, and he said you have to be able to see anything. He said when he was I don't know, whatever they call you, rookie, your first car accident that he went on. He said he went up to the car. They sent him up to check on the one car as they went to the others or whatever. And he said the guy's spine was sticking out his mouth, and he said from that point on, everything else was a breeze. To see somebody's leg
Yeah.
broke and bone coming out, everything was a nothing after that. I seen a guy's head roll in a motorcycle helmet. That was pretty much the worst thing I'd seen.
During training, we
Decapitated.
watched a plane crash video. That was fairly graphic.
Yeah, I bet.
Nobody managed
Don't
to
they,
sit the movie out.
was it here or was it in Costa Rica or some kind of a place? One of the places, and it might have been here. If you're going through the whole thing to get your motorcycle license and all that, they make you watch a movie with nothing but horrible scooter crashes where people are just like mangled and I don't know if it was here or if it was in Costa Rica. I can't remember, but
They
it was one of the countries. They make
When
you
I was in
watch
high
this.
school in the '80s, they made us watch some
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
gory
yeah,
shit.
yeah. They did. Yeah,
That was
that was part of the. See, I never went to the trailers that they brought in for the what is it, driver's
Driver's ed.
education. Yeah, driver's ed because I told my mom there's no possible way that I'm waiting because the way that my age went, I couldn't get into that program until after I was 16. Well, I could get my motorcycle license and permit at 15 and a half. So I made my mom. I went out and mowed everybody's lawn from here to Timbuktu to get the money, and then she put me in the private class so that I could get it because all my friends were doing the same thing, and we were a terror there. That was on the Honda 350s. We all bought either 69 or 70s CB 350 Hondas, and there was
But
five of us,
but
and
here
we
you are in a
terrorized them.
Honda 350 once again.
Yeah, and I do have a Honda 350 at home too.
A
When I went
Forza.
to, yeah, when I went to, yeah, the Forza too. Well, when I went to, uh, what was it, Stanford, we had to stay there for a month while they did that bone marrow transplant on my wife. And I was, sitting around and looking at the newspaper, and lo and behold, there's a 1969 Honda 350 CB for sale that looked completely intact and needed to be redone. And I asked my wife, I said, "Do you care if I buy this thing? It's for nothing but nostalgia. I'm just going to probably end up, redoing it and just letting it sit in the corner." She said, "I don't care what you do." She was pretty good about things. And I bought it and brought it back there and actually started it, fired it off in in Stanford, and it ran, and I rented a trailer, and when I brought it home and came back in one day when her sister was there, and it's still sitting there. I asked one of my friends that was part of this 350 motorcycle club, and I might give it to him. I told him, just go get it. He's in Phoenix, but just go get it. He's got enough money to where he could take it to Honda, because what it needed was all the cables replaced. I don't know if you know this, but on a Honda 350, and I think the 450s were the same, they didn't actually have an oil filter that you screwed on or external or whatever. It had a centrifugal deal that would throw the oil around in the side and collect it anyway. It's something that you needed to take apart and clean. Take that apart, needed the whole thing needed to be gone through. I put a new chain on it, new tires, 2 new plugs, rebuilt the carburetors, and then put it back because I just wanted to hear it run. But I didn't get that far into it. But that was something I would buy here, and I'm sure they've got them because I've seen they're either 175s with that same style 2-cylinder deal. But something like that is something I would like to do. I got to
Back in like December of 1988, when I was in flight school and came back for the holidays back to Florida from California because I was in Sacramento. I bought a Honda CB 450, really nice bike, extremely low miles. The guy was like afraid to ride it out on the road. Rather than rent a car every time I came home to visit, I was just parking this in my mom's garage. And God, what a beautiful bike it was, and rode so well. I kind of missed the fact that I had to sell that bike. I wish I kind of still had it because it was just a CB 450 Honda that just ran like a dream, and I loved it.
It was a fun bike. It had plenty of power when we were, I mean, back then I think I was 165, 70 pounds or something. But we had an absolute blast on them. Yeah, my wife's friend is supposed to. I'm reading down those things. Sorry, Dave. I probably should know. Have you? No, I haven't. There's 8 of them. They have the cameras. They have all the stuff, but I'm waiting for her friend from work to get free time on the weekend to come and put it all in. So hopefully, I'm guessing maybe within the next month or so, I'll have them.
Jesus,
it'd be nice
that long. You might want to keep your powder dry, Dave.
Yeah, well, I just like it because when we were gone this time, the oldest and the niece stayed in the house, and my father-in-law, mother-in-law, the youngest, and then me and my wife went to Ubon. It would have been nice to keep an eye on, because I'm going to have one pointing directly at the koi pond, and then there's 8 total. I think she told me 8, but it would have been nice to have. So I had mentioned it to her again just because of that reason. I got my motorcycle license when I was 14. Where, Raymond? Not in the U.S., right? Or did you have fake ID or something? Hey, there's Jam. We were talking about you earlier.
You don't have to worry, Dave has only been rambling. You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I've been rambling. Yeah, I've missed a bunch. What was I talking about? I was talking about you because we were talking about how this channel helps everybody, and I think you're coming still in July, right? I believe. Everybody's saying hi to Jam. I'm glad you made it. Oh, Houston, Texas, really? 14. Wow. I thought the 15 and a half is what they told me. Let's see. Hi, it's Ron. Where's Ron John? Did I miss Ron?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Is he here?
Yeah,
you usually catch him. Oh, there it is, because he's got all capitals. That's how I can usually tell when Ron's here. Catches my eye. Yes.
Good morning, Ron.
Can I get in? Can you get in what? E.T. Hey, Brother Jake. He's saying hello to everybody now, Ron is. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you didn't miss much, Jim. I was rambling.
Dave, I think Jam means she wants to come on the channel.
You want to come on here, Jim? Yes, of course you can. I'll put it in. For some reason, I don't know why my bottom. Sometimes maybe Brock can answer. Sometimes my knocking. How come?
There it is.
Brock might be a little too modest to say that's Brock riding in the Anzac Day parade there in Perth. Hey, look, it's Mr. Mitch.
I heard that
Good
they
morning,
tried to pay
everybody.
him. They tried to pay him not to ride, and he wouldn't take the money. He said, "I'm
I
riding
Yeah,
it."
love your
that's
bike,
right.
Brock. By the way, your bike's pretty tricked out. Mitch
Yeah, I
knows
like
that.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice bike.
Hey, Mitch,
It's
what's up?
bloody old now.
Good morning,
17
everyone.
years
Did you
old.
hear
But
what I
still
said about you
doesn't
earlier,
go.
Mitch?
Oh yeah, I was listening. I was up on Buddha Hill, or
Did you
Mitch,
hear what
your
I said?
making
volume's
That
my way
down.
up the hill
yeah,
listening.
yeah. I don't know why your volume's down. Put your mic a little bit closer to your mouth. See what
Oh,
happens.
dang it. Operator had space there.
There you go, Julie, the
That
time
was
life
me.
operator.
I don't want
I
people.
said you were perfectly fine until you heard that you were going to come to Surin, and then you got sick to your stomach, and
Yeah, Seren, you got to change the name. I'm gonna have to, you know, request a change of name. The government to change it to something else
hello,
because I get
Jam.
sick
How
every
are
time I hear it.
you?
Good
Say
morning,
hi to
Jam,
Hey,
Jam.
Jim.
Hi there.
and Jim. Hope Jim's listening.
She's missing.
Oh,
Mitch
it's
said
getting
hello.
crowded.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you could.
I think I'm
You,
going to duck out just to be sure we get enough bandwidth for the
Oh, it's getting
Mitch and
crowded.
Jam who just joined. So
I got
okay.
a
No, no, stay,
delay.
stay.
duck out just
You have a
What's
delay?
that, Jake? We lost you.
for the Mitch and Jam who just joined. So
Yeah, I heard
I
something in the
got a
background.
delay.
Do you have YouTube on, Jam? If you have YouTube on, close YouTube or turn the volume down on YouTube.
Okay. Is it
It
better
should.
now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely better than Mitch's. But you're still gonna come and you're still planning on July, right?
Yes. We kind of get a hiccup right now because gym visa they asked for more documentation,
Hmm.
um, some kind of more bank account or something like that, and
Yeah.
Are you doing everything there for? Are you just getting your? Are you gonna get your actual retirement visa when you get to Thailand?
no, he we tried to get the retirement visa from here.
That's what you're trying to do now.
Yes, yes.
I'm still
Yeah, they're
here.
gonna want you to. They're gonna want you to jump through a couple of hoops on what they want. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they we show a bank account, and also they say they need some more retirement account for 401k. We showing them, but I'm not sure that's enough or not. But if we're still waiting, it's been about almost 15 days. But if this doesn't work, we might have to apply another different kind of visa. Maybe like electronic. I mean, tourist visa or marriage visa, but we're not sure yet. Jim will be retired this Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, what I did was I got a tourist visa and then came in and then got my retirement. So it you probably still have that option if you want to. The the only thing on the I don't know. I'm going to check in. I'll let you know myself because I'm going to check into next year. I'm going to check into the marriage visa to see what that's all about. And it's only because you only got to carry half the cash in the bank, 400 instead of 800, I believe, is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you could get a just a travel visa, whatever the 60-day with the 30-day kicker on it, I would get that and just come. You'll be able to find people to either do it for you or he'll be able to get his retirement. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, because we had everything, ready, but they just say they just want more documentation of retirement, and that's just just
Yeah, I
it
don't know
keep
how they
us
would do
worried
it.
about a little bit.
I tell him not to worry. He can get it right. He can get it straight away
Yeah, we
once
got
he
a
gets it.
ticket already. We got a ticket, and have told her family, we'd be there. They get the house ready and all those because we had a bedroom over in my aunt house, and we was talking about gonna fix the kitchen up and fix a lot of things, but it just get us to worry because uh, we want to be sure that we'd be there to help my aunt and my uncle, the one that raised me in Bangkok.
I think
But
by the time that you come in July, I think you're going to be able to get visa on entry. You'll be able to fly right in, show your if you're vaxxed, your vaccination deal, and go right in and get a. I'm imagining a 60-day. I don't know what it is,
yeah,
what it's going
yeah,
to
we're
be.
not sure yet.
Yeah,
But
good.
just Dave, I just want to let you know that and I think you like a magnet. Everybody, you can draw everyone together. And by the last video that I saw, you went the to move the ashes from the
Yeah,
small one to the big one. I think that's just I'm really respect you on that because that's a really big deal for the Thai family. Um, to what they call respect and the elderly, even they passed away. I
right,
myself, I'm not believing all those things. I think it's people they gone. But
right.
in that culture and traditional, um, when the New Year or Songkran, all my family, all 200 of them, they all get together and I
It's
think that
it's great.
I really respecting you on that. I
Thank you
think
very much.
most of people who married with Thai or living in Thailand, they should learn more about the Thai culture
Exactly.
more than just go around and
Morning, Johnny.
show where where the tourism. But different people, they have different um point of view that on the YouTube channel, but
Right.
and you really great
Well,
and
yeah, the
all
stuff
those.
that. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Yeah, the thing that I try to learn as much as I can, but the thing that they were so happy, and like I said, it wasn't an enormous amount of money or anything. My wife wanted to do it, and then I didn't realize until if you watch the last one that the grandmother was in the wall and the grandfather was in the little one. I thought they were both in the little one. So now they're together. So the family's like, they're all happy. They're going to be happy forever. And I don't really know that much about Buddhism, and I'd like to. I mean, I was brought up Catholic from going to Catholic school from the gate. So it's something that I still want to learn because that's what my wife believes. So I don't have to believe everything they do, but I feel that I'm here in Thailand. I should learn as much as I can about the Thai culture, their way of life, the Buddhism, whether even the Muslim. I don't know anything about Muslim, and that's a big part of Thailand, at least over in Phuket it was. But and I know
Down the
nothing about
south,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know nothing
Bangkok is a
about
big Muslim
Muslim.
city.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think the biggest thing that I like about the Muslims is my masiman. I could eat that every day. that's some that's some good
I
stuff.
myself, even I grew up in Thailand, but I'm not really have a chance to learn much about Thai culture.
Right.
Even I'm so independent and so much of the myself more than the family together myself.
Right.
And
It's just the greatest thing in the world because, like I said, I got a little bit of it growing up because my family was Italian, and they were everybody gets together on Christmas, everybody gets together on Easter, the whole family, and that kind of just went away. More so on the West Coast, the East Coast was still they're still a little closer in the family, but between Costa Rica, which is almost exactly the same place, just on the other side of the world. Same temperature, rainy season, everything. And the people are very similar as far as family comes first. That we take care of our elderly. We don't just dump them off and say, here, go to an old age home. We'll see you every month on a Tuesday. and until you die, and then we're done with you. You know, even my wife here, she wants me to live forever, and I said no, I don't want to be a burden on anybody. You know, but she wants me to, and she would, and I know she would. She would take care of me till the day that I die. She will be right there, and I give the Thai people a lot of credit for the way that they treat old people like me. You know, so it works out great. I love Thailand. You gotta love Thailand, right? That's why I got that name.
Yeah,
But
sometimes it's not all about money, you know.
right,
And
exactly.
like my family, myself, you know, I
Okay,
grew up.
Dowlo, you make another comment like that and you're going to be banned.
Oh, okay.
What I
Um,
missed something.
I
It's okay.
um I left my family when I 12, you know, and we really close. But you know, after I left, I lived with my aunt and my uncle, and I just became independent. You know,
Right.
learn how to live by myself, and we moved a lot because we was in David. He worked for the government. We move every 2 years. I don't have a very close friend. You know,
Right.
my husband is the closest friends that I had. You know,
Well, that's
and
a good one to have.
yes, and when I'm going home this time, I'm gonna be learn a lot about Thailand and the Thai culture in the Thai family. You know,
Where are you going? Where are you going, Jam? Where's your family?
um I'm born in Thani, but I gonna be living with my aunt for a little while in Bangkok. But
In Bangkok.
we don't have plan to build a house. We, you know, admire you guys, you know, who put the house up and
Well, you
have a
know what? It,
plan to build two or three more. You know, I think that's
the
great.
the thing for me is if I have the money and I can do it, it's basically for them. It's not for me. You know, I
That's
mean, it's
true.
something for us to go to, you know, whenever, but it's basically for the kids down the road. But the thing here is looking at this house that we built, and if you had family land, it could have been on a rye, two rye, three rye, six rye, whatever. Where are you going to go? You know, especially if you've been in the United States your whole life and you've been saving, both you and your husband, and all that. Because I would never say to anybody, go build a house, especially here, when you can rent something nicer than you could ever imagine for $500 a month. You
Yeah.
know, overlooking the water, you know, the whole thing, depending on what you want. But where are you going to build something like I built here, or that Tim in Udon is building, or anything like that for under 100,000 U.S. dollars? You know, I mean, you can't. And if you got the family land, it makes it a lot nicer because you don't have to pay for the land. But a lot of the trolls and stuff, they hit me up on, well, you know, you're building it and you're an idiot and they're going to take it from you and do that. You know, they don't even know me, and they know what they can do. But you know, I would never tell anybody to build, you know, but in your particular instance, when you get settled in, you'll decide what you want to do. If you want
Yes.
to, you know, rent something, you'll rent something. If you say, hey, we really like it here, I'd like to have a home base here, because I think that's, you guys are planning on just traveling, or you
Yes.
plan, yeah. So, you know, you need a place to stay. That's the biggest thing that I don't have, is I don't have the ability to just go on the road like Mitch did, or like Chuck does, and you know, do what they're doing. But I have the life that I never thought I would have. So I have to weigh things and say, you know, hey, I've got an unbelievable wife and Thai family now. And when I got here, I was on the verge that I didn't care what happened. Didn't matter to me. Live, dead, here, there, didn't make a difference. My life I'd lived. I was 62 years old. Never thought I'd make it past 30. Hey, I throw, you know, caution to the wind, and whatever happens to me, and I end up finding a Thai wife and a Thai family that I would gladly give everything to, even if I wasn't gonna. My wife would, in my particular instance, would be in trouble because she took the loan out. She doesn't have the money to pay for this loan, to pay for the car, to pay for. You know, she doesn't have it. You know, so if something happened to me, she would be the one that got, you know, got screwed. But you know, is there people, I never understood it too much, that they just put this big emphasis on Thai women are going to take all your money. you know, all this. They do it all over the world. How many people in the United States are getting divorced and losing half of, or if they want to consider it losing? I mean, when you're with a woman for 20 years, 25, 30 years, and you get divorced, well, doesn't she deserve half of what you have? You both made it together, you know, but they put an emphasis on Thailand or, you know, Philippines or whatever. The Asian women are out to, you know, come in and make you build houses for them and then throw you away. It's a bunch of bull. I don't believe it. So, but I like the Thai culture and I want to learn more each day. I wish I knew and could speak Thai. That would be awesome. Because, like I said, when I was a bad person when I was younger, if you were a Thai person and you moved next to me in the United States when I was in my 20s and you didn't speak English, the first words out of my mouth was, "You live here now, learn the language." And here I am being a hypocrite. I've been here 3.5 years and I can barely speak. So I will force myself to try to learn better because I don't like when I get that look from my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my wife says they want to speak to you so bad. They want to ask you questions and, you know, and all this, and they can't because they can't speak English and you don't speak Thai. Makes me want to go and learn more. So I will. I will.
And also, I wanna tell you, Nit Noi, you know, she speak English very well. And
If
from
she
what
doesn't think so.
I heard, you know, she talked to you and you speak in the American language, she just answer you just like that, you know, like
She understands a lot more than she speaks, but
yeah.
I can see it in her eyes because I don't know if it's just Thai women or just women in general or just men in general. I guess if you, vice versa, but I get that look like this when she doesn't understand. I said, "You understand?" "Yeah." "No, you don't." "No, I don't understand." So sometimes, but 90% of the stuff we get across, and we've been together 2.5 years. We've gotten in maybe 5 or 6 small arguments, and 5 out of the 6 were about the house. How come your brother's not here? How come they didn't do this? How come they didn't do that? And her response is, "Why are you asking me?" You know, I don't know why he didn't show up today. So now that the house is over, it's been nice because there's no arguments, no nothing. It's hard for some
Well, I
reason.
have a question for Brock. Brock, how long you been married with your wife?
Did you
Uh,
hear
Sorry,
that,
I
Brock?
can't hear.
Yeah, he's got it muted. He's muted. Can you
oh,
hear
okay.
us, Brock? Can you hear me? I think 30 years, I want to say.
Just the background noise. Can't hear.
How about, can
Huh.
you hear me now?
Check, check,
No.
testing,
Yeah, I can
testing.
hear, but you're coming through loud enough, but there's background noise.
Okay, she just wanted to know how long you were married. 30 years, right?
Uh, November 85, 84.
So
30,
Holy smokes! I
38
went in the
years.
army at the
38 years. Wow.
Halloween
Okay.
'84.
Wow, quite a
38
long
years.
time. Mhm.
Oh my
And
God!
who else was Tim
Good job.
from T
Good
and
job.
W and Udon? He was married like that long too, right? 20, 28, 30 years. Tim, long time. Hey, Johnny, I hadn't seen you. How you doing, Johnny? But how long have you been married, Jim?
22 years.
Wow. Okay. And what does Jim think about coming to? Is he looking forward to it,
Uh,
or?
be honest with you, this idea is came from one of our friends. Now they live in Stone. It's in South Thailand, and s- her husband, her first husband was abused her, you know, and they came to the U.S. and almost she almost got killed, got on the news and all that. And second husband, I know the one is married with her now, and they decide to move back to Thailand. And she had the palm tree farm. Um, she came to us and came to say goodbye to us. And I was working, and she came, and they stay wait on me until midnight. And they say, "What's going on here? Everybody waiting." And they just pop up the idea and they say we came to say goodbye to you, and that's just sparking Jim, and right away. And after that, he's starting looking, and it start from watching Chuck, and
Right.
have that idea from Chuck is from after that just one another's, and we don't have any children, and we don't have anything, we don't have any debt, we don't have anything, and Jim just say let's go. And he doesn't want
Good
to
for Jim.
retire by himself. He said, when I retire, I promise you can retire. Okay. And he retired this Wednesday, and I'm going to stay until 1 month after this. My last day at work is going to be in June the 3rd.
Ah, okay.
And we might have to carry the insurance, what did they call, Cobra, for
Right.
another month. Yes.
Right.
And that's what we're going to go. And
Yeah, cool.
we kind of gypsies. We doesn't have any house. We doesn't have any tie. We doesn't have anything here. We stole everything. The time that we walk off from our house, each of us have 5 box of plastic bin, and everything that his family had for 200 years is all gone.
Ah.
Yes, it's
Now,
it's that
are you guys taking advantage? Now, I know I had talked about it before, but according to
drastic
Tom, you could
change.
take, yeah, you could take 40, I think 40 boxes into Thailand because you're a Thai. You
No.
can't
Mhm.
take? No?
No, it doesn't mean like that. But why you have to take the things that you
The
haven't
only,
see and look for many
I
years?
wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't. Now, somebody
Mhm.
that wanted
Hey,
to,
Dave, is Gator hidden? He's asking if someone canceled him.
no, I don't see him.
Huh.
I don't see him.
Hit the link again there, boss.
Yeah, hit it again.
Gator.
Let me put it in there. Here we go.
I
But
lost some
well,
weight
I don't know.
last
I
night
came here
there.
with three. I came here with
Watch it.
3 suitcases. I was done. That's all I had. Everything I have is still. Luckily, I sold my house to my nephew, who wanted my house from basically the day that we bought it. He wanted to live there, and so I gave him the opportunity to purchase it, and I built a 30 by 60 by 18-foot eave metal building, and he put all my stuff in a corner there, cleaned up everything. So everything my wife had, we had, all that stuff is all sitting there, and it'll probably stay there forever. And I'll leave the burden of my children to go through that and see what they want and throw out what they don't, because I've got everything I need in Thailand. That's it. I don't need anything else. The only thing I do need and I miss going back is my spices that I like to get. I bring chocolate because I was going, and I will get back on that every 4 months. I will go back for probably 2 or 3 weeks, see my grandkids and all that kind of stuff. But it's also to stock up on the stuff that I can't get here in Thailand. Hot sesame oil, the garlic spice that I use, all that stuff, and the chocolates that I would bring back for the kids. But otherwise, when I moved here, wife died in September of 2018. I came in October of 2018 for 2 weeks. Came back home. 4 days later, booked a flight again. And in the first week of November, with 3 bags, I moved here and have been here ever since. But
Dave, technical question. Can you guys hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you
Yep.
okay. You're still a little bit low, but
Yeah, it's low in my ears too, and I've got it cranked up. I'm gonna step out, try to find my old backup headset. I'll be right back, okay?
okay. Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I don't think you really need anything. But I think, Jim, I know you both are going to have a ball when you get here. I can't think of any better place to retire. Like I said, especially if you're, you know, even if you have minimal amount of money, I think Thailand is definitely an option as long as you can meet the retirement visa minimums and all that kind of stuff, and not have to worry about visas. You know, you're not gonna. My dollar goes a lot further here than it does in the U.S. or any other place that I've been so far. Now, is there possibly other ones? There could be, but this is where I want to be. So this is where I will go. But you're gonna fly into Bangkok. You're gonna stay with
Yes.
your aunt in
Yes.
Bangkok.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
And
the house that my aunt and my uncle live in is like basically it's almost behind the Southern bus station.
oh, really?
Yeah, the Southern terminal bus station. Go to the south. Yes,
Oh,
just
okay.
right there. It's just BTS almost there. Maybe another couple miles, the BTS will come. But we're gonna be travel around.
Yeah, why not?
We not gonna be any place because we have every place we can stay in the country and the
Well, I think that when you get here, and Brock, I think is coming after that or within a certain amount of time. I think we're going to have the first meetup at the Wombat in Pattaya, or is it John Tiem or Pattaya? The Wombat,
Can you
Mitch.
hear me okay?
Jump
John
in.
Tiem, about the same.
Better?
Ooh,
Worse?
very
No, less,
worse.
worse.
All right, these are going in the trash. Watch this, how this is done.
Jake the public stuff is 1 to 5. Yes, thank you, Jake. Yes.
But I
Oh,
think
that's
that
it.
and Jake might be here.
Muted, Mitch.
I think that we'll schedule the first one maybe for like September or October, and I bet you we'll have at least 15 or 20 people, and we'll do the first meetup of everybody because I'm really looking forward to meeting you and Mike and I haven't met Brock yet, and anybody else. Jake I haven't met either, so I'm looking forward. And Bobby, I forgot Bobby will be here too, and Tim's here now too. Hey Tim, how you doing? Tim was the one that I was telling you building a house too.
Yes.
If you're not,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, it's
um,
he in Udon, right? I born in Udon,
yeah.
but I don't know anything much about Udon. I was 11 at 12, and I
Udon.
not even know how to get from here to where. But you know,
Well,
um,
that might be an option that
yeah.
I'm going to talk about with Mitch because Mitch wants to come to Surin. I have the new electric hot rod that we bought that I really like. So one possibility is Mitch comes this way, and then maybe we jump in the car and we go to Udon. Another option is I drive down to Pattaya or John Tiem where Mitch is, and then we go from there. I really haven't talked to Mitch much at all since he's been gone, but Udon is definitely a possibility if he wants to come this way. We'd go through. He was just in Udon. I heard it's supposed to be a nice place. I've never been there either. So
My
I'm
my
looking for.
village that I grow up is you go to the Lotus, Red Lotus Lake. That's what it was my village. It's just the entrance to go to Lake Lotus, Red Lotus. Thank you.
Yeah,
Lotus,
plug
and
it
that's
in.
an that's
No
a
kidding.
that's an Udon.
Yes, in Udon. Yes.
I
For some
switched back to the
reason,
old mic.
yeah, but
We'll
how
deal with
come
it
it's
later.
10 times?
I'll
How
just
come it's
talk
10 times?
louder.
No, how come it's 10 times better? It's not even close. It's 10 times louder than it was.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
right?
Maybe
Am I?
maybe it wasn't plugged in. Holy shit. Hey, you know what? I got a
Yeah,
chip on my shoulder. Check it out.
you, you can even move it further away from your mouth.
Really? Like that? Hey, it looks like I have a stripe. Look at my gray. Have my gray hair.
You do. You're kind of like a zebra. Somebody had mentioned that.
Yeah, right
Just
on.
kidding.
I like that.
Uh,
Let's see. Tim's there.
Mitch,
Good morning.
Jim, he say he catching up with your sense of humor.
Yeah, you were right, Bobby. You were right. Operator headspace. I'll tell you what. Too loud now, huh? Can
And
I
echoey.
Yeah, I think it's better there, wherever you got it
echoing
now.
really?
Yeah,
I don't
you
hear
might
an
have
echo.
echo on.
I don't hear
Let
echo.
me. I know where that
Oh, he
setting's
might
at.
echo.
Yeah. Test, test, test. Any better?
Where's Mike? Where's Mike now?
Good.
Jam.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Who?
Where's your husband now?
Jim?
Jim.
Yeah,
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah.
What did I
Jim.
say, Mike?
This
Yeah,
guy keeps.
Jim.
That's
Where's
my
Jim now?
boyfriend.
Where's Jim
Yeah,
now?
there you go.
Oh, he's in bed. He had tomorrow, and the next day, his last day. He's leaving house from work like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be last drive for him for an hour drive. Yeah,
Oh, that's
or
not good.
to Disney. Yeah,
Uh,
but anybody still wanna come to Disney? We still be able to get you in for free. But
Really?
we're leaving the 4th of July.
I better come quick. I've been wanting to come. I've been wanting to go there for probably damn near since they opened. But I scheduled a deal with my cousin that passed away. I think I'd mentioned this before. I said I want to go. Will you go with me? So he said yes. His wife, his new wife at the time, said yes. The two boys. I put everything. I got the hotel, the tickets, everything. Put the whole thing together, and I was the only one that didn't go. I had some other stuff come up. He went and had a ball, and I didn't get to go, and that was probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I didn't get to go. But I've been wanting to go, and I'll go eventually. It's
I
definitely
agree,
on
Ron.
my
I agree.
definitely on
It's better.
my bucket list.
I
It's
I have scheduled with Bobby gonna be on his show on maybe May the 13th.
oh perfect.
Um, but I just want to tell Bobby I can't go on 2 hour like Dave and Tim another day. I said, oh, it's just too long. I probably run out the thing to talk about.
That's
And
good that you're going to.
yeah, and also the first one who invited me to be on it was Chuck. But
Chuck.
my schedule is his time is kind of conflict, and I just told him I'm not be able to be on until maybe after I go to Thailand. And
Be a good one.
my life
Good
is
one
not
for you to go.
that interesting anyway.
Yeah, but it'd be a good one for you to go on anyway to get subscribers, for people to meet you. Chuck's will be a good one too. Bobby's will be a good one. Bobby has a lot of Thai subscribers
Yes, yes.
from Thailand. So
Can I
that
interrupt it
makes
for a little bit?
What's that?
Can I interrupt for a little bit?
Yes.
Sure. What happened
Yesterday,
to you? Where'd
all
you go?
day, I thought I was hungover. I was just miserable.
Hi, Fa.
Backache, cramps, going to the bathroom frequently. Hey, Fa.
You're not
And
pregnant, are you? Are you
turned
pregnant?
out I passed a stone, a kidney
Oh, I
stone.
thought you were pregnant.
Whoa.
Well, you were pregnant. If you
And
passed the
yeah,
stone.
yeah. There's the stone right there in comparison to a 1 baht coin.
Oh, okay. That's what we're looking
Now
at.
the pain, it masks itself in different ways, but the pain is between the kidney and the bladder, not from the bladder out. Okay, so for you guys out there that are concerned about, oh my God, that's going to cause a lot of pain going, exiting. Yeah. Once it hits the bladder, it's almost like paradise. There's no pain whatsoever. You just feel a thing tumble out.
How come you
So
keep creating these things? Don't they know how to stop them, or there's just no way to do that?
yeah, you take there's a plethora of medications out there, but I just need to drink more water, need to keep hydrating, eat less proteins. A lot of like beef will have a lot of causes uric acid and stuff like that. There's all kinds of different things. But vegetables you can eat better. I just need to take better care of myself. But yeah, I'm kind of predisposed. I'm going to make a necklace or something out of all the ones that I've saved. So
Shit.
with
Is that
that, I'm
is
going to,
that what we see on the screen? Is that your stone?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
that
kidney
little
stone right
black
there.
thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Fa, how you doing?
Okay,
Fa,
so we're going to
Gatorson,
change
Fa.
Richard's name to Gravel Pit.
Yeah, the Rocky Jr. No, I don't know what you're going to call it. But I'm getting rid of that
Bobby said it's Rocky.
there and putting this picture back.
Where's he at?
And yeah.
No, there you go. There we
On your
go. That's
news at
better.
Goldstones, Ron.
Ooh.
Hey, Grinch, how you doing? I didn't see you. How you doing?
I
No
feel better now that that
spinach.
chip isn't on my
Bad for your
shoulder there.
kidney stones. Spinach is bad for your kidney stones.
Spinach, spinach, yes. And guess what? I'm a
I didn't know.
Popeye eating spinach.
Oh, you like it,
Fool.
huh?
Oh, I love spinach. Raw,
I could
cooked,
take it or leave it.
oh, yeah.
You know what I
Cheesy
found that I really
spinach.
like that I like the cabbage that they
Yeah,
have here.
gallstones are
Raw,
completely different.
cooked.
Gallstones, different part of the body. Yeah, you don't really pass those.
No, you
A
don't.
lot of pain. They got to cut them out, man.
Yeah, the gallbladder as well.
Yeah, I don't have big stones. I have little stones.
Uh,
Yeah. Did you guys get to catch some of that boat trip yesterday?
that was awesome. I saw it on
Yeah.
Oh
Facebook.
man,
But
I was crying the blues. I was crying the blues more than not making your wedding, man. Not making that boat.
that looked like fun. I didn't know who were the people on there. I mean, I knew Tom, of course, but who were the
Uh,
other people?
there was a
I,
group from the State Department, Central Intelligence Agency. Guys were there, so they weren't on camera. Joke.
so we'll never know.
Well, Tom, of course, Tom and his
I
wife,
saw Tom.
and
Yeah,
Gary was there. Gary from Maryland. Um, I saw Steve in the pictures. Oy, of course.
Stephen Oy.
Ladies from the bar, and a bunch of other guys that I recognize, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. I can't recall their names right at the moment.
yeah. I saw a couple of people. I'm still, like I said, I'm looking forward to going to the Wombat, and I
Beautiful
think that when
boat.
we do
Beautiful
have
boat.
when the first big meetup of everybody, which I'm thinking might be in September or something. I don't know when Brock's still
Yeah.
planning to get here, but I bet
November,
you
I'll
there's going to
be.
be quite a few of us on that first
Was
one.
Gator trying to get on? Gator? Are you trying to get on back on the panel? Because it'd be better if you were there, because then it would be my face would be smaller.
I don't
I
see
like that.
he hasn't popped on.
Actually, I can step out, guy, because
No, don't
Scarlett.
step out.
No. There's plenty.
It's great
You can if you
hearing
want
about
to,
you and
but
Jim's plans.
you
Okay,
can if
Gator.
you want to, but
Oh, okay.
it's not because of that. It's he's not showing up. He said nope. So
Someone
he
mentioned
must.
something about shucking oysters. Is there
Jim.
someone
Oyster
shucking
Party?
oysters?
Yes. We went to the oyster, like the oyster party. Yes. And
Man, I love oysters. Ugh. I've shucked a few, but not. I can't do it fast.
Uh-oh. I'm looking down and I got a voicemail from my ex sister-in-law, which means somebody died. She doesn't
oh,
ever call me. Somebody
Well,
had
she
to have
wants
died.
money, Dave.
That could nah. She's got a bunch of money. I don't think she needs money. She's actually maybe no. Somebody died. There's no reason that she would call me unless somebody either that or somebody's needs help in other ways than they can get where they're at or something. If you catch my drift, I know Mitchell catch my drift, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. I don't know. It's one of the two. One of the two.
Well, I
But
was sporting my wombat hat today.
yeah, I got to get one of those. They
Steve
sell
gave me
them
that
there.
a few weeks
yeah.
ago.
Jim need one because he bald. He always wear hat.
Yeah, I need. I did. I'm bald too. We'll get along fine, Jim. We'll
I'm not
both
much
stay
of
out
a
of the
hat
sun.
wearer. I wear a boonie hat out in the sun now, but
If I don't, I'd be completely sunburned, not be able to. I need to start breaking it in and taking it off and putting 50 on it and getting it used to being outside. But of course, in order to do that, you actually have to leave the dwelling, and I'm not. I'm not leaving the house. Here, Bobby's here. Let's put Bobby on. Yeah, Mitch's head got much
there you
much
go. I like
smaller.
to save
Bobby.
my
Hey,
hat.
Bobby.
Hey,
How you
Bobby.
doing? Good morning and good evening.
Good evening. And when is give us the official announcement of when you're going to have Jam on the Bobby Show?
We have it worked out to be on the 13th, which is a week
Friday
from
the
this Friday.
13th.
Friday the
Yeah.
13th.
Wow.
Hey, that was the day I was married, Friday the 13th.
Were you?
Yeah,
I arrived in Phuket.
Hey, it
August
worked out
Friday
good
the
for
13th.
you, right?
yeah, I did.
There's another one. How long have you been married, Bobby?
Oh, we're only at 10 years.
You've only been married 10 years?
Yeah,
Bucket hat.
we've
And
been
then you got-
together 12 years,
Bucket
but
hat.
married 10.
Okay.
And then you got Tim, I think, who's close to 30, and Brock that's close to 40. We got a lot of
And
people who've
Jake,
been
that's
married.
at 25.
And Jam's what, 25,
22 for us. Yeah.
22?
Yeah, and
Wow.
Jake is 25.
25 years? Or 25 years old?
Hey, Ron John.
Ian Brown John
Hey,
said
Joe.
hello. Jam Friday the 13th. Gators putting it up there. Well, that'll be cool. It'll be good. I'll be there.
Well,
Okay.
just Bobby just hit me in line, and we'll talk about it because I want to be prepared. Because I want to have the stuff to talk about. You know,
Oh,
not just
Make him
Bobby
make
just
him make him get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Tell him you want to talk to him an hour before the show starts, and he'll have to get up at 4 a.m. because I think the
remember to
show time
press the
was
go
5.
button.
And I would like to have someone else on too, not just me. I probably don't have anything to talk about. Oh, 2 hour. My life
I
is
think
not
you have
that
more than
interesting.
I think you got more than you think. More than you
Yeah,
think.
I think ET wants to pop on when you come on.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be perfect.
If you're still here, ET, just give us a thumbs up. Let us know that.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, she's still here, right there.
Hey, that
I was not. That was nice. Et left me a nice deal on that video that I did on Grandma and Grandpa. Like I
yes.
said, and like what Jam had said, man, all those people there were all family members. All of them had smiles from ear to ear, chest pumping. That Grandma and Grandpa had a big mirror colored, deal there. They were. It was great. It was good to see. My wife was, happy because they're all
There's my
coming
new
up to
hat.
her. Yeah, there you go. It's perfect. Can you wear that when we go
My
anyplace?
10-man hat.
And
Tad, I don't know.
that it does look like your wife is kind of be the center of the whole family right now.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. She says it's because of the Farang, the big white guy here. But I said no, it's not. I said because, like I
Oh
said, man,
my
my wife
God.
is. I put her up on a giant pedestal because this woman did everything in the world and ate rice so that her kids could go to private school, that her mom could go and spend their, so they didn't have to spend every weekend sending them to Bangkok every weekend. I mean, she did everything for her family, and that's the way she does now, everything.
And
So I'm,
because my family they always working, they was concerned when I coming home from the U.S. after 22 years and what I have to do in Thailand. I say I don't know. Uh, do I have to do anything?
I hope not. Have fun,
Yeah,
enjoy your
I'm
life.
probably not, but I got actually I'm moderate for one of the girl in the Isan like a band right now. She one of the singer in the band. I was when she have live on her page, I kind of help her out on the moderation. I got that from Mitch, but I still need to learn more. But it's in Thai and also
Didn't you say she's got like 100,000 subs?
no, 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 no. I mean the the girl who I help her monitor is the time that she on live about 400-500 people on in the chat
Oh, okay.
room, but she had about I think it's 12,000. But because she was in the band, part of the band, um, in the Isan, if somebody knows Mỏ Lam, Brock might know. Um, that what she had a lot of fan follow her, and she was asking me that can I help her? I help her a little bit. I
Yeah.
still need to learn more from Mitch. How to be a good mod.
Well,
Mhm.
you're gonna
Oh,
be. I imagine you're gonna be
I
going
do.
to Udon then after you get here, probably fairly shortly, right? A lot of your family's in
Um,
Udon, or
no, probably not yet because
not yet?
we have to do a lot. We have to open the bank account. It's a lot. It's a long list, but you know,
I would suggest one thing for you. Tell him not to worry so much. As soon as you get here, get in contact with Mitch. Talk face to face. Go have lunch or something, and you're not going to have any problems whatsoever getting your paperwork stuff. I don't
okay.
think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think Jam was singing up there too.
Jam was
That'd be cool.
singing
I
too.
want to see this channel. I
The
want to see
question
this
says,
channel.
Jam, can you
Well, did
sing too?
anybody put it up? Did anybody put the channel up? Or does anybody know the channel?
Oh, talk about singing. I I I love to sing. I just crazy about
You have
singing.
a good voice. If I had a voice, I would sing too.
Actually, that was the app. Can be any voice. This is my normal voice, and it can be any voice. The app, but
Can you give me that app?
You saw
Yes,
TT.
again.
I just
Um,
saw the TT was here. ATT.
I was when I was on that app, I even have the contest, you know, for whoever comes sing on that. It was a
Mhm.
lot of fun. Yeah,
I
I
go on
still do
some
that
of
once in a
these
while.
Filipina channels and do some
Yeah,
singing
they're
too.
pretty good. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are good
Amazingly so. Yeah.
because most of the band in Thailand who sing in maybe in the bar in English song is the Filipinos. They are Filipino. Yes.
Hmm.
I was trying to look back here for
Jam,
Jam,
what's
but
the
I do too.
channel that you help moderate?
Um, they call the girl name is just in Thai, Nong Phai. I can type it on here because my my
are you a
Max.
moderator? Are you a
You can also
moderator,
put it in the
Jam?
private chat of the stream yard thing
Well, are you a moderator?
if you want.
Jam, do you know? I'm looking back here. I can't find you.
No.
No, I was
T-
moderate for her. The
type
girl.
type type hello in the chat. Just
Where
type hello in the regular chat, and let me see
was
if I.
I? I'm not sure how I type it here
You just put
because
in say
Wombat
hi, Mitch.
1300 sounds
Say
good.
hi, Mitch. Say hi, Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
and
Hi,
yeah, just so
Mitch.
it comes
Want me to
up
say hi,
on
Mitch?
here,
Hi,
and
Mitch.
I'll look and see. Because if not, I'll
Hello,
just
Mitch.
make you a moderator, and you can put it in
no,
yourself.
no, I'm your moderator. Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can put it up. You can put up the ladies' link if
The
you know how to
link.
do it. I don't know how to do that. Mitch can probably
yeah,
tell you.
maybe next time.
Okay, okay, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And
I'm
then
curious to see if and it's a sing. She does singing on the channel.
yes, what happened? The Isan, they have a lot of
So,
band. The name is Sao Noi Pet Ban Pang. It's
could you
just
put that
like
in caps, Joe?
Isan band. And
Isan band. I bet you the 19-year-old daughter probably knows. She
yes,
loves
yes.
all the
And
Isan music.
they have about over a million subscribe, on their channel. But they have singer, the dancers, and all of it. It was happening when I went home last year, and I went to see this band because it's close to my village in Udon Thani. And after that, I've just kind of support them, not mean support by give them money, but I mean support them. I say when they have on, I just comments and all that. I have
Right.
them on my Facebook and all this.
Support them.
Just not much, yeah,
That's
supporting
cool.
them.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
the girl is very exciting, and she didn't know I'm in the U.S. until she said, "Why you
That's
not come on by and I'm live during the day?" I say, "No, I'm in the U.S." And she
Well,
goes, "Oh, okay."
maybe if you figure out how to post it or whatever, but when you do Bobby's show on the 13th, you can post
Yeah,
it and we can get it
yeah,
there.
yep.
Yeah, I'd be for that. Cool.
Hmm.
Let's see. I don't know. Pie Guy, what is Pie Guy saying? Long time I see. You're busy with Chuck
Yeah, great
and
group
crew.
of people.
Yeah, I'm missing a lot
Just
of
too much
stuff.
fun. I mean, literally.
All right, guys, I'm just gonna duck out because it's 10:43 here.
All right, Jim. Thanks for
Thank you
coming by. I
so
All right,
appreciate
Jam.
it.
much.
See ya.
You have
Hey,
a
Dave,
good
I
day
just
or
want to
good
let
night.
you know you are awesome.
Thank
It's
you.
ten
You're
forty
awesome,
ten
Dave.
Thank
forty
you very
three here
much.
in Perth too.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Oh,
Very
my head
nice
just
lady.
got bigger.
That was
Holy
a good
smokes.
good choice there. And again, you
Frightening.
get ET. I saw ET gave you a thumbs up on doing the 13th also, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Good,
Yeah, he'd
good.
mentioned it to me one time before, and I really wanted to get him on there too.
Okay, cool. God, we went over 2 hours. That must be Mitch's fault.
Just
Hey,
a little
Mitch,
bit over.
I'm really impressed with you. The climb you did going up those stairs up to the temple. That was pretty awesome.
That digital Photoshop works really good. No,
Looked like he was going uphill when he was going down.
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
that
it
I
was
could
it
do
was
it.
completely flat.
I know I couldn't. There's not a doubt in
Did
my
you see
mind I could have
Dal
never done it.
running up the hill?
Yeah, put it. Here I am, like going, okay, okay, and then Chuck says, I thought she was behind me. I didn't realize she was like, this is how, Anyway, not paying attention. She's down there chilling out at the bottom. Chuck sees an ice cream truck or an ice cream little tuk-tuk coming, and says, "Dow, ice cream, ice cream," and she starts running up the freaking hill when it's going by right by her. I missed that. I didn't catch that on camera. But yeah, she ran up the damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you made her keep, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, you got to keep going because you're gonna have to carry me.
Is that the first? Is that the first long video? 17 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
that
was
drug
17
on. I mean, I
minutes
did
long.
the walk up. It wasn't that far, 300 meters or something.
Yeah, but most of your videos were only like under 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to have it. I didn't want to cut because I get a lot of crap,
Yeah, it's
can't
called
the
do
one
anything,
cut.
KFC and all this crap. And
If you would have cut, you would have had to edit.
that's right. I'm lazy. Here you go. I just put it, boom,
What
All
did I
the
do?
best-
down, and then the ice cream. That was an easy
All the
edit.
best movies have one take scenes.
Yeah, they
I
strive
like
for
to
that.
do it, man. I'm telling you.
It's pretty cool.
Although I'm lazier than crud because I was on my iPhone 8. I had a little bit of a video. It was one of the shorts I put
Great
out.
song.
I
Great
don't
song.
like them having a watermark on them, so it cost me $38 to buy the what is the one on the iPhone, the director something or other, the editing program. It's actually a pretty good program, but I paid $38 for the year, so I didn't have the watermark on there, and I did most of my shorts. I don't have to edit, but for some reason, whatever it was, I had to do something, and I just said ahead, okay, I'm going to buy it because it won't let you use the music, it won't let you use this or that. You can use it. What the hell is the name of that? Do you guys use that one on your anybody that's got iPhone? What is it called? Power Director?
I
Sorry,
couldn't edit on a phone if I had to. I have to do it on a laptop.
Power Director, man, and they make Power Director. I haven't used it.
I have
They
Power
make
Director on both my laptop and my phone, and I
Yeah, they make it for
haven't figured out the
PC.
laptop yet. I'm like, oh my god.
Chris is here. Let's bring Chris in. Hey, Chris, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Chris.
Going great.
Hey guys.
Yeah, they make
on.
Power Director for PC too, although I use that Modavi or whatever the heck the name I use. And I only use that because I'm used to it. So I'd have to learn something again, and my tech skills aren't
There's that channel.
great.
Thank you, Jam.
Oh, is that it? Cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. Is she on here? So what's up, Chris? What's the plan? How things going?
Yeah, getting there slowly but surely, mate.
Cool.
Tuesday they decide whether they're going to dig holes
16,000
in my arm.
subs.
Yeah, when are they supposed to? Did you already do it or no?
Backwards and forwards and scans and bits and pieces. I'm over it and just about to lop it off and get something robotic.
Right, it'll grow back.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've had my 3 shots. Something's going to grow back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed. I'll have to check. I'll have to show it to my daughter before she leaves. I'm sure she knows who this is, I bet. Or I would bet. How do I do this now?
Putting it into my master sheet right now.
You got to show me how you do that, too. I get people that ask me all the time, can you do this? No. I don't know how to do it. That's sad. Now, let me go back here.
There's a
I
lot
know
of
that-
things I don't know how to do.
All right, I'm back on YouTube. Yeah, my battery's going low.
Boom. There we have
What
it.
does this say?
And then we will hit send.
And there's
I set up.
No,
I
that's
started a spreadsheet for all the
There it
links,
is.
and
Boom.
I didn't put anything in it.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Ron.
Do you guys
Yeah,
use
sorry,
sound
Dave.
cards?
Oh, sorry.
Do you guys
What's
use
that, Bob?
sound cards that you run your mic and stuff through?
I don't.
No.
Mine's a USB plug-in. I think Chris does.
Yeah, I'm running through a mixer at the moment. Same with the headphones. It's all.
I've got one right here. You want one, Bob? I'll send it to you. I still can't figure out how to use this one.
We'll work it out when we get there, Dave.
I've been thinking about getting one. I don't have one either. I'm just USB.
I think I paid
Yeah, mine's-
$15 for this one that I got from Lasada.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue. They're cheap. Cheap.
Yeah.
Of course, probably not any good. I don't know that. Chris will tell me, I'm sure, when he gets here.
Mine's just a
Nah, it'll be.
Logitech webcam plugged into the
Mm.
laptop.
Well, I've
Mine's
got the
the
Logitech webcam plugged into the laptop, and then the Yeti mic that's plugged into the laptop. But I'd like to get a mixer because this thing here is so deep sounding. Comes out very low.
Yeah, well, I'm running this flat. I mean, I'm not touching the top, bottom, or middle. It's just straight out the mic at the moment. So I don't know what it sounds like at your end, but
sounds
Oh,
good
sounds
to me,
fine.
but yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
good to me. I don't
Makes
know
you
what
sound
mine.
like an Australian, Chris.
thanks, Brock. Good on you,
I
mate.
think closer to the mic is better for me.
Oh
Plus,
yeah.
it blocks out most of my face.
Yeah,
I
Joe
get it
said
right,
you had a
right about
perfect
it.
face for
I,
radio.
s- I saw that. I saw Joe say that. I definitely do. That's
Right.
for sure. Your mic is perfect.
Yeah, thanks,
Uh,
Charlie.
Look, for 99% of what you do on YouTube, just
Hot mic,
USB.
hot
If you got the USB ports, just plug the damn stuff in and let the software do the rest.
That's
You know,
what this one is, and I don't think it sounds bad,
it
right?
sounds great, mate. It really does.
And it was $15 on Lasada.
Yeah, I think you paid a little too much. 15
Yeah, no.
bucks,
If
that's-
I checked around, I could probably pay $14.75. If I,
$14.95 somewhere. Yeah, yep.
I
Yeah,
bought two
I'm-
of them just in case this one took a crud. I bought another one in case I couldn't get it again. But Joe's saying, "Nah, sorry, you're too late for sorry, Joe." Yeah, I don't know. It's I guess maybe it's been
You sure,
2
Jake?
hours. Brock, your
Yeah,
sound is good.
wrong,
but sometimes-
John. It's not that you need a translator. It's just that you need to learn how to speak English, Australian English.
You got to speak. You got to speak Australian, mate, not English.
Yeah, you got to definitely learn Australian if you want to be anywhere around this channel because 50% of them people here are Australian. So let's see. I think I'm going to. Is Mitch? Are you going to hang around afterwards? Because I wanted to I haven't talked to you at all.
Looks like he's lazing
about,
about there at the moment.
What's that?
He's lazing about there at the moment.
Yeah, no, because I like the one with the pink bikini. Is the one I like that one
Yeah,
better.
the nude shot's not really that good, is it?
But it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's probably more than enough. We're down to 24 people, which are well appreciated. But I think that I'm going to end because they probably already went. I probably already missed the
24 real
kids.
people and 34 real likes.
Yeah, and is
Here
it
we go.
9:52? The kids are already gone. Damn, I didn't even get to say goodbye.
10:52
oh well.
here.
Yeah, son of a gun. Oh well.
Yeah, what is it here? Yeah, it's coming up 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is it?
7:52 here at night.
7:52. That's right.
Nice.
All right. Well, I think that I'm going to end this, and again, thanks. I'm going to hang on if you guys want to hang on afterwards. We'll wrap a little bit afterwards and
Why not?
we'll see how it goes. But I want to let me get to my right outro.
That's why I
Everybody
came
wanna
in
say
late.
goodbye?
No
Yeah,
one wants to see
everybody
my
wants
ugly
to
dog.
say goodbye. Anybody
Good to
want
see you
to say
all. Good to
goodbye,
see you
go
here
ahead.
tonight, or
Say
this
goodbye
morning,
to
or wherever you are.
I will catch you guys on the next one, which will be today is Tuesday, right? Or Monday?
Yep.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Thanks you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.